Who do you think you are? Have you thought of it before? Have you asked yourself this question before? Because I believe that when we keep asking ourselves questions, that is when we get to discover who we are and we get to know ourselves better. And that's where we get to, solve all the problems there is around us. Some in our mindsets, in our environment, and all that. Ask questions. So I want you to respond to my question in the comment section. Who do you think you are? And sometimes when somebody asks you that question, you would think that the person is insulting you. Who do you think you are? But then it's a question for a pause and a reflection. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jemima. Okay. I'm a daughter of God. I'm a public speaker and a confidence coach. If you're seeing me for the very first time, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I can be your internet sister, internet bestie. And if you allow me, I can also be your help in terms of helping you find your confidence and to live purposefully. And I will do this through coaching. And so today on this YouTube channel, if you are here for the very first time, please do subscribe. If you're a subscriber, like the video and comment. How are you? How are you doing? And I'm excited to come your way. We're going straight into the conversation today because I have a lot to say. So today we're going to talk about knowing your identity and your purpose. And I believe that it is the first step to living confidently. And when you come to me for coaching, that's the first thing we would try to explore. Understanding your identity. And I believe so much that when we know identity, when we know who we are, we can operate from there and do magnificent things. That is when we are able to confidently live purposefully. And so today on identity, I want us to, talk about something briefly. And I have my notes here. So don't be worried if I am referring to my notes because I want the conversation to be quite short but very on focus, right? So today I'm going to ask you one question and I want you to tell me in the comment section, who do you think you are? Have you thought of it before? Have you asked yourself this question before? Because I believe that when we keep asking ourselves questions, that is when we get to discover who we are and we get to know ourselves better. And that's where we get to, solve all the problems there is around us. Some in our mindsets, in our environment and all that. Ask questions. So I want you to respond to my question in the comment section. Who do you think you are? And sometimes when somebody asks you that question, you would think that the person is insulting you. Who do you think you are? But then it's a question for a pause and a reflection, then an answer, right? And so I want to ask you if you know who you really are. And like I was saying, in your pursuit to become a very confident person, understanding who you think you are is very important. And it's not about who this person said you are. It is about who you think you are. I hope you understand. Good. And one thing the scripture, defines it and tells us more about that conversation of who you think you are. In Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7 says, as a man, as a woman, as you think of yourself, so are you. Do you get it? Nobody can define you. Yeah. Nobody can tell who you are. It is you and you alone that determines who you are. That's what I'm asking you. Who do you think you are? As you think about yourself, so you will become. You can never fall above anything that you think about yourself. So for instance, if you think that you're not worthy, if you think you're not good enough, you think you are not worth that effort, that job, that purpose, that ministry, that career, if you feel like that position, you are not good enough for it, I'm telling you, you would identify that the interviewers will confirm what you think of yourself. Yep. Yeah. And so who you think you are, knowing that is very key. As a man thinketh, so is he. Okay? And so one thing too I also want to know is I want you to know is that if you explore, if you understand, if you know your identity, if you know your purpose, you can live confidently. There's nothing that you set your heart to, there's nothing that you set your mind to that you cannot do. Do you understand? And so identity is very, very key. And one thing about identity is two words that are lethal, right? And when they come together, then they start causing confusion. Two words, self and esteem. These two words, when they come together, self esteem, sort of help you to trace the foundation of yourself. And your foundation, your formative years, your childhood experiences are very, very key. So anytime I get the opportunity to speak to people, and we have people who are parents, people who are aspiring to be parents, I tell them that they should be very careful with the things they tell their children. You should be very careful the things that you tell your kids and the children around you, right? I understand that some people, I mean, in my coaching practice, coaching experience within a short period of time, one thing I've realized is that what causes the confidence of people, what makes people who they think they are, understanding who they think they are, is the things that they picked up in their formative years, right? And so, a child's primary care and environment is the home, and the parents are the primary care or guidance to them. And so, if you were a parent, if you aspire to be a parent, please be mindful of the things that you say about your children, because whatever you say about them impacts their long-term identity. Do you understand? And that sometimes during childhood we experience certain things that are very, very derailing in terms of our self-worth or finding our self-esteem. Okay. And so when those experiences come, sometimes they can't impact how you see yourself, because I've coached a number of people, and then one lady tells me that when she was growing up, the mother always made her feel like she's inadequate. So as of now that she's an adult, she has a beautiful career and all that, she still feels within herself that she's inadequate. This person, even if the person is a nurse, will feel like they're not better for you to care for you. So some of the mistakes we find in our corporate environment, okay, employers, please note this, that some of the reasons why your employees behave the way they do is because they don't know themselves. They don't know themselves. They are there because sometimes they just need the money to go home to make ends meet. But in for them to be able to be in their virtuoso, I mean their perfect self, they perform excellently, it's about identity. That is why it's important that if you are head of an organization, head of a team, some of the things that you need to invest in your students, in your staff, is and helping them understand who they are. I hope you understand. Good. So your formative years play significant role in your identity formation. All right. And also comparison, right? Sometimes you might have, known yourself in a particular way, you've understood who you are and all that, yet your constant comparison of yourself to others will not let you diminish what you have become or who you have become in the process. For example, you see somebody pursuing their purpose, doing things great, 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 and you're like, you hear the person's age, wow, this person is this age. Why? How come this person is that age and I'm this age, and the person is doing marvelous and wonderful and I'm doing nothing? It means that I'm not good enough. I cannot do anything significant and magnificent. Comparison, it steals your joy, it steals your identity, it steals your self-worth. So comparison is also a thief of identity, right? So we should be careful not to compare ourselves to others, but we should do inward reflection and see our progress. And then we look at the mark, the purpose, you know? So if you want to live in your identity, you should know where you are going so that you can confidently walk in that. So I'm talking about some of the things that impact our definition or our identity. Okay. Now, another thing that I also want you to answer again is that you should first of all, if you've not put in the comment section of who you are, I want you to answer that question now, having said all these things. Okay. Subconsciously, in the comparison narrative, subconsciously, when compare yourself to people, that is when you define yourself as somebody who lacks beauty, lacks wisdom, lack the ability to create magnificent things, right? You limit your intellect and your ability. For instance, you are all sewing, okay? You are all designers. Somebody does something and everybody's like, "Ooh, it's so beautiful. You're so good." And you do your own thing and post and nobody is saying anything. And you're like, "Ooh, this person keeps getting the compliment. This person keeps getting the ooh and the how and the wow and the you ate and all that. But I am not getting it. So perhaps that person is better than me." Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. It is a thief of your identity. So do not compare yourself because it will steal you from being able to, you know, work from your magnificent persona. Do you get it? Good. Now, one thing too is that identity helps you to have a healthy and a whole view of yourself, right? Your identity will help you have a healthy and a whole view of yourself. It's like you are a woman of value, you're a woman of substance, you are significant, you are a purposeful woman. When you operate from this approach, that is when you do significant things, that is when you do amazing things, that is when you do things that are of liberation and problem solving. Okay, because if you see yourself as not good enough, what good thing else can you even create? Do you get me? Akosia, do you get me? What good thing else can you create if you see yourself as somebody who is not valuable? So if you see yourself as a valuable woman, everything that you create, you are so intentional about it. Let's take for instance Apple brand, right? They've identified themselves as the one that creates, like they set a trends. One, they set trends and then also create durable, sharp, science fictional things that they set a pace and all that. They create great things, and so that understanding of who they are makes them create those things that you love and you covet so much. Do you understand? So when you identify, when you know yourself, okay, in the next episodes, I'm going to help you. We're going to start step by step. So subscribe to this channel and like this video, okay? Because I'm going to take you on a journey, okay? I'm going to take you on a journey that you will enjoy and then you feel liberated so that you can confidently live purposefully. So if you understand who you are, then you create from that point, okay? And if you see yourself as a loser, as somebody that God forgot to give you the talent, you're like, "Hey, God, am I a tree?" People will be asking God, "Am I also a stick? Why didn't you give me this talent?" Oh, no, 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 no. That is a loser mentality, loser statement. Don't say that, right? Don't ever say that. Don't ask yourself. Everybody came with talent, right? It is for you to be able to harness it. In my coaching practice, in building confidence, after we've identified, I help you, have your identity, then we'll go to personal mastery. That is where be able to identify your talent, your skills. And if you know those things, you will create magnificent things, okay? So don't create from a defeated standpoint. And like I said earlier, however you think of yourself, that is who you become. And you will never be able to live beyond who you think you are. Mm. You get it? So it's very key you understand and you be able to identify or have an explanation of who you think you are, because you can never live beyond that. Do you get it? So you have to be able to discover who you are, and you must understand that that would reflect your intentions, okay, your intentions, and it will also perpetuate you to live in your genius. Do you get it? So when you're operating from your genius, the things that you create are magnificent. I love this word because it's sort of that's it, okay. So you have to know who God says you are, because the blender cannot tell that it is a blender until the one that created it says that you are called a blender. Period. You cannot say you didn't call this thing an iPhone. You watching this, that bought this and holding it. You're not the one who said this is called an iPhone. iPhone 3, iPhone 2. It is only the manufacturer that says this is iPhone 12, iPhone 16, iPhone 1, iPhone X. You that you are holding it, you that you've not become the secondary owner of it, you are not the one who gave its identity. So your identity actually stems from who God says you are. So go and watch or go and review the answer you put in the comment section when I ask you who do you think you are. If your statements doesn't emanate from what God thinks of you, then your response has a question and you have to tweak it. Okay, you have to tweak it. So your identity is only the manufacturer that tells that the product they have created is called what? A blender. I hope you get it. Who God says you are as a man, as a woman, is exactly who you are. And you have to know this, you have to understand it before the world brings their thoughts so that you can defeat it, right? You can defeat any other imaginations of them. Whatever they think of you are their imaginations, and that is not what the creator, thinks of you. I hope you get it. So you have to know it is only the manufacturer, it is only the creator that can say that this product is called this, and what I have created is this, and it has these functions. Do you get it? So you can only find your identity from your maker, from your manufacturer, from your creator, and your creator is definitely God because he created the heaven and earth and everything within it, including human beings. As a woman, as a man, I want you to understand what God says about you. God's opinion is paramount, and no matter what other people say, no matter what the society, culture says about you, no, 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 no. Even how you yourself you feel about yourself is not what it is. Somebody feels like, I feel like I'm a tree. Please, you're not a tree. The creator said you're a human being, you're a man and a woman, and that's it. And this is who you are, and that's it. Hope you understand. Yes. And so if you want to live purpose, especially women, okay, I want to speak to women at this point. If you want to exude your feminine geniuses, your feminine virtuoso, how God has created you, you have to go back to God so that he can teach you, and this would help you not to live up to people's unfair expectations of you, will help you to fight at the world's view of you, will help you to discover you and be able to speak against people's projections. So I hope first of all, we are trying to answer this question, and this is your assignment. Go and think about yourself. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So, to my women, I just want to say that for you to be able to flow in your feminine gender as God has created you to be, you must go back to him so that he teaches you who a woman is, so that you can flowly and easily flow in your identity as a woman. And so, like I said earlier, answer the question, who do you think you are? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you want me to help you in crafting or helping you have answering this question. Also, if you want me to help you to answer this question, you can send us an email or follow me on Instagram and send me a DM, and I'm going to help you respond to this question of identity. So answer the question in the comment section. Who do you think you are? And remember, your identity definitely has to be what your manufacturer says you are. Until same time next time, I'll see you in another video, and it's goodbye for now.